Hello, my fans of capitalism, and welcome to another episode of Another Brick in the Mall. When we left off last episode, we had completed the tutorial and had opened a very small convenience store. In this episode, I hope to expand on that convenience store and start planning for the future by getting new items as well as upgrading the roadway service so that we might get other entrances available to us. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and start the game and see how we do. We've got our security guard doing her job there. And right now we're just going to go ahead and speed things up because we need these guys to continue building. We need the store to make the money it's going to for right now. And just allow things to go as they're going to. These guys have evidently decided they don't want to do an entire road right now. They're just going to do parts of a road. So, now we've got this red, which is a bad sign, which means we missed the sales opportunity because we didn't have enough parking. Well, I've got the guys working on it as quickly as I can. They're just a bit on the slow side. So, go ahead and speed them up, have them work. We're going to continue to have workers hopefully coming in and doing that work. Not exactly sure where... Ah, there they are. So they've built all the staff parking, so the staff should now not bother the customers anymore. And they've almost completed this road, so now we can put customer parking here and along here. So that way we should have plenty of parking for the customers, which will alleviate the one problem that we were having. And as they're working, let's see how the research is going. See, we're almost done with security, which is going to be good. Alright. And we can see that the staff is going in where they're supposed to be. That guy's going ahead and destroying that area that I had told him to. We'll build even more parking where it was. Alright. Alright, we've gotten security researched. So with that done, we want to go ahead and have them assigned to doing something else. And I want them to go ahead and start working on cold chain. This is going to open up a lot of items for me, and it'll also lead us to things like restaurants and coffee shops and such in the future. So we'll have them doing that next. And while he's finishing up the last little bit there, we're going to make some extreme changes to the front of this building. So we're going to go ahead and remove this trash can because we don't need it. We're going to go ahead and remove this staff door. And we're going to go ahead and extend this foundation. So this foundation is actually going to go like this. And in addition, we're going to go ahead and remove this door. Right now the foundation wants to be doubled up. Realistically, now let's go ahead and leave this door for now. This door we can definitely get rid of. And for right now, let's go ahead and remove this foundation because it's going to get confused and it's going to take more than just the little bit of night we have left. We only have a few hours till the store opens and I don't want to screw up my next day's business. But what we are going to do is we're going to start right here and we're going to start building up this way. So we'll go ahead and put this part of the building in. And that way we can go ahead and expand without screwing up what we already have. And the same thing we're going to go ahead and do back here. And actually we do want that wall to go away. So that back wall will go away, these walls will go away, and the store will become this size. We'll have to do this part at nighttime so that we don't mess up the operating hours of the business. So let's go ahead and have him finish up his little job that he's doing here and get on to the giant task of making this building much, much bigger. I do love how he just randomly picks some areas. Looks like he's deciding to go in sort of a cross direction type of idea here. Don't know why, but whatever. Seems to work. Alright, so our parking is good. Our security guard's out there. Our workers are working on building this building. And our shoppers are still able to shop in what we have of a little building there. So that works out well. Alright. And we had occurrence where we didn't have enough parking before. I don't think that's going to be a problem now. Though once this building gets this big and we start stocking it with items, it will become a problem. But for right now, we should be good. Alright, so you can see them starting to take apart this wall as well. We'll have this nice big area. Alright, so we've researched the cold chain. Now after that, I could do things like alcohol if we wanted to, which would allow me liquor, beer, and wine in the store, as well as bars, which will be a good thing at a point in time. And I could do things like clothing, jewelry, electronics. I think I'm going to go ahead and do alcohol first, so I've got most of my food products available to me. Because I've got things like this as well as far as frozen that I could do. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll do bars next after that. We should be getting about to closing time of the store. It looks like all the customers have pretty much left, which works out perfectly for us. So we can now go ahead and remove this object. We're going to go ahead and fill in this wall. Actually, we're not going to fill in that wall because we're going to remove the entirety of that wall. So we're going to go ahead and build this out to here. And then we're going to also build this out here. So our two guys should go ahead and do this. Now as we can see, with this area is not lit because technically right now this is the only part that is assigned as the store. I will go ahead and reassign things once they build this little bit of wall here. And actually I'm going to pause it real fast because before they get too far here, do need to remove that trash can and do need to extend this wall here. Otherwise we're going to have this weird cut in for no apparent reason right there. Alright, also once again, since we don't have a planning tool, we sort of had to pause and try to use the items as they are to plan the store. So I'm going to go ahead and want some shelves that line up with the ones on the other side, but start over here. And we're going to do it somewhat the similar way. So we're going to have 3 shelves across here. And really, we could get away with 4 shelves here. Do I want to do a 4th shelf? That's the question. I think we'll go ahead and do a 4th shelf here. I think that'll allow enough room here for people to still enter and exit. This is where we're going to go ahead and have the entrance located, and this is where the security is going to be, which is why we need this set of shelves here to plan what we're about to do. So as these guys finish up redoing this area, we're going to need to add to this wall as well. That way everything's closed in there in the storage area. And as I said, we're going to need to reassign some things. So the storage has now grown by a bit, and the store itself is going to have grown. But we've got some walls in the way of the store right now. And they went ahead and left this trash can. I don't know why they left this trash can. Take the trash can. Somebody get down there, take that trash can. And then I want foundation here. Meaning close that in. We're going to go ahead and put a double door right here. Then we're going to go ahead and put our anti-theft detectors here and here. we're going to put our trash can now, since evidently the people will spill things all over the place if we don't, right there. Then we're going to assign this as the store. So this all will be RayMart. Much bigger. Alright, so now we can put new items on these shelves. So let's go ahead and look at what we have here. Alright, we have 4 items that we could put right here. So the first thing in line I see is sauces and seasonings, and so rice and pasta should go with it. So we're going to go ahead and do rice and pasta on one, and sauce and seasonings on the other one. And then we're going to do breakfast cereal and sliced bread. Now I know that we just got dairy stuff unlocked here, so with that we're going to need some refrigerators. I know they're on here. There they are. So we're going to go ahead and put a thing of refrigerators here, and then we'll see where we get from there. We're also going to need another checkout counter as this place gets bigger. Let's just go ahead and plan ahead and put 2 in. And since we've got 2 more of those going on, we're going to need to work on our staff. Let's go to cashiers, and we're going to hire the best one that we have available. And let's go ahead and fill out our cash registers, so we'll hire Julia as well. Alright, now we're going to go back and select, and we're going to go ahead and put milk and dairy next to each other here. That just makes sense. And then we'll go with fresh meat and fresh fish. Alright, so what do we still have left as far as this? We have 3 more of those that we could do. Alright. And then on these shelves, what do we have left? We have everything on there, and those are covered by the refrigerator ones. And personally, I'd rather my drinks be cold instead of warm, so we're going to put them in fridges here. So we're done with that stuff, so now we can go ahead and put a table in and start putting some of those items on it. So, let's see where that gets us to now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put soda in the first one, bottled water in the next one. Juices are the healthiest, so we'll put them right next to the fresh bread. And then in the next aisle, we can go ahead and do 2 more tables where we're going to go ahead and have fresh fruit and vegetables. I think with the amount of things we're getting in here, though, we might need to think about another stock clerk. Do we have anyone worth anything as a stock clerk? This person's not bad. We'll go ahead and hire Leo as a stock clerk. So we'll have 2 stock clerks because we're going to have all this new section that's needing to be stocked in the morning so that we're set to go for the day. So let's go ahead and put our fresh fruit and vegetables on those. And then on the other side here, we can put in more shelves. I know we'll need at least 2 more rows of those for right now. And what I'm trying to do is, this is sort of the junk food and commodities, you know, things like non-food items over here, other than this area down here. And in the end, I might even move this area over here. So we'll have the non-food section and we'll have the food section. And we'll see how that turns out. Alright, so for now though, let's go back here. We need household goods. So we have 3 possibilities. We can do cookware on 2, and then we can do light bulbs on another one, and our bed sheets on another one. Let's go ahead and do bed sheets on that one. We'll do cookware here. We'll do dishes here. So that way they're close to where the food items are. And then here we can do light bulbs. Now I saw tools as a possibility, so we'll do tools on the next one. And then we have toys, games, press and print, greeting cards, school supplies, outdoor stuff. So let's go ahead and just randomly put greeting cards here. And then we are going to need 3 more shelves here. Actually, we're going to need more than those 3 shelves. So let's go ahead and build another set. Alright. So on this one, we're going to go ahead and have toys, all the toys. So we'll put construction toys, and then action figures, and finally board games in the last spot. Then in this last aisle, we've got to have school supplies. So we're going to put school supplies there. And then backpacks to me seem to go hand in hand with school supplies, so we'll put them next to them. And also for some schools, you're going to need your sports balls. So we'll go ahead and have those next. So we've got all the items available to us are now on the shelves. So our research people should be researching our our frozen food supplier. So we'll need 3 more fridges when they're done with that, and they're almost done. So let's go ahead actually and remove this table. Shouldn't have put it there in the end. All right. So let's go ahead and you go ahead and remove that table. We're going to build some more refrigerators in this area, it turns out. Come on. Let's go ahead and speed you up a little bit. Because after you get that out, then you're going to go ahead and put in 3 new refrigerators, which is, I think, all we need for that. Yeah, that'll take care of that. And then we'll put the table over here, I think. Yeah, that should work. Then we'll have our alcohol along here. So we know where we're going to have in these different things for right now. Alright, so the research is done for this. And now we can go ahead and get an alcohol license. So, let's go ahead and select these now that we have them. And we can put ice cream in one, frozen vegetables in one, and frozen pizzas in one. So let's go ahead and put frozen pizzas in that one. Now we have vegetables and stuff right there, so we might as well put the frozen vegetables right next to them, and then we'll put the ice cream by itself over here. Or actually, we had dairy in these. So we could change out what that one is, and go ahead and put the ice cream next to the dairy. Which leaves us, oh, that left fresh meat. I see. Let's go ahead and put fresh meat there. Well, juices are sort of healthy, so juices will go over there. This will become fresh fish. And then this will become frozen pizzas. So dairy pizza, fresh, veggies and juices, soda, bottled water, and then fresh bread up there. Alright. So now my guys are working on my alcohol license. After that, then I'll probably have them start working on something like the clothing supplier or electronics supplier. Really, I know one that actually does quite well is the appliances supplier. It does take a bit of time, 96 here, but it's so worth it for having those big appliances in that'll sell well. And actually looking at the size of this store, the more I look at it, I think I'm going to go ahead and put in a 5th cash register here. And in doing so, let's go ahead and also hire another cashier. And Sean looks like he's going to steal from the store, but at the same time, he's the best cashier we could have. So let's go ahead and hire him. And while that's going on, we're going to keep our construction guys busy by building even more customer parking. Because now with all the new things that we're getting in here, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to go in the store. And it actually looks like we got things right. We have just enough staff parking so they didn't bother to take up spots in the normal customer parking. And I actually want to move her over some, so I'm going to go to Manage, RayMart Security, Edit Patrols, and I want her to be right outside of the place. So we're going to go ahead and take that one away and manage her so that she actually patrols right there. There. Now, she won't move right away, but in time she'll go ahead and move over. So we've got our 2 stock people here that are filling up all the new shelves that we have. We've got our janitor who's on his cell phone because he has nothing else to do. And we're getting our first customers coming in, who are probably thinking, what in the world is with this store and why is it half empty? Well, it won't be for long, so just hold on tight. I do love the little details you can get here of seeing the different items on the shelves. It's really quite a neat touch to the game, and I really appreciate what they've done with it. Alright, so my construction workers are doing that fine. they're suggesting that I should build a drugstore, and I do plan on building all these different places, like a drugstore, a liquor store, movie theater, and everything like that. But I really think it's important to get a nice working all-in-one store to begin with, so that this number stops being in the negative, which right now we're losing over $1,000 a day, and starts being in the positive. Which, as I said, hopefully we will be getting there now as the items get onto these shelves and more customers come in. As you can see, we're getting a good amount of customers. I don't know how this guy parked that way. He sort of drifted his car over slowly. He's a professional driver, I'm guessing. And you can see that the new customers are really appreciating these new items. Additionally, we're getting objectives completed by doing different things, like now we're selling 10 different types of products. So we're getting money in, even though it's saying we're losing a ton of money. So even though we've gone from 200,000 down to 30,000, now we've suddenly jumped up to 45,000. And we're going to continue to go upwards, especially once these store shelves get stocked. So I really want my guys to be moving quickly here, get these shelves stocked so that way there's enough items out there interesting the people, and they're coming in to buy more things. Still seeing a lot of empty shelves, but we're also needing boxes to be brought in by the different delivery trucks. So everybody's moving quickly. It's just a matter of waiting until everything gets in. Alright, so we've got our dishware, we got our dishes, got our bed sheets, and now we've sold 20 different items. So just within the day, we've gone up by $30,000 just in the rewards from selling the items that we're wanting on our shelves. So we're doing well there. How are we doing on our... Oh, we're almost ready for alcohol here. So actually, let me go ahead and build... I know I'm going to need one refrigerator for it, and I believe 2 shelves, but I'm not positive on the shelves. So let's go ahead and have that builder start building that refrigerator out. And additionally, the other guy can start working on, once again, parking and then roadway here. We're going to extend that roadway and build more parking in. Alright, so they haven't even finished filling these shelves, and yet I'm already getting more items in here. So, one more tick and we'll have that taken care of. And then, as I said, I think we're going to go for the more extended period thing of an appliance supplier, because that's going to really bring in some cash for us. Then we need to really think about opening up some of these alternate entrances here as well. That's why I've went ahead and put this road up here, is because I'm going to bring one road down to connect over to here, and then I'm going to bring another road up and over to connect over to here, and finally down to that other one. Alright, so we've got the alcohol taken care of. So let's go ahead and do appliances next. So, let's go ahead in. Sorry if that just made somebody seasick. Alright, so now we can put beer into this cooler. So we'll have our beer here, and then is it this kind of shelf that allows for the alcohol, or is it the wooden shelves, the food shelves? I always forget. It's the food shelves. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and build 2 food shelves that we will also get stocked as soon as they're built. And I'm guessing my guys, yep, they're down here working away on building this road that I had told them to. Now I've sold 30 different items, so I've got another 10 grand that has come in. And once again, we're losing money, but that's because we're building things like the new roadway and parking spaces and this entire super center. So it's going to happen at first, but it's okay to lose money at the beginning, so that way we set it up so that we gain money over time. So we're going to put wine on that shelf, and then liquor on that shelf. Alright. And then I'm just going to have them build customer parking along here. Have them finish up what they're doing. We're going to put customer parking all the way over there. And I'll debate if we're going to need any more customer parking. For right now, I think we probably have enough, but we will see as time goes on. if you notice, at one point in time, evidently we didn't have enough parking for all our employees, so one person decided to park over there. So we're going to go ahead and build those customer parking spaces as well. And just to be on the safe side, I think I'm going to go ahead and build these customer parking spaces here. They only cost they do cost $300, and I am somewhat on the broke side since my money has gone down from 200,000 all the way down to 57,000. So once they build those spaces, we'll see how we're doing on the next day when we're really not spending any additional money. We're just doing the research to get this opened up. We're going to fill up this store, and then we're going to start expanding from there. So let's go ahead and make it go quickly. I love how quickly they can build a parking space. And with jackhammers. No asphalt or anything, just the use of a jackhammer, they can make the spot. Works amazingly well. Alright. It's going to be a while until we unlock those products. And I really hate to see people just sitting around doing nothing. So even though I just said we're going to wait and see how much profit we make, I'm going to make myself a liar and go ahead over and build this roadway down to connect here. Why can I not build this? Oh, that's parking. Well, that shows where my head's at, evidently. Alright. So let's build the roadway down to here and over to here. That'll give this guy something to do so he's not just on his cell phone while I am paying him. So let's see. Each time he does this, do we lose the $100 then? Yes, that's when we actually lose the money, is when he completes that section of roadway. So we will be losing a little bit of money as he works, but it'll be worthwhile over time. These two guys are going to go down and help with that. And we see our final shelves being stocked with the liquor and the wine now. So that way they'll be taken care of. As I said, then we're going to go ahead and put our appliances back here. Probably some electronics in here. We might actually have to go up one more level in order to make it symmetrical. But we'll see how that works out. Alright, so the one guy's getting off shift. The other two are going to work. And I don't really care how long it takes them. They can go ahead and work away on this. As long as it gets done at a point in time, and they don't have other things that I need them to be doing over at the store, then it works out perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you know when I produce new videos. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you are shopping somewhere other than RayMart, you're probably getting a better deal.